V'hine. So, in this year before, he discussed with us all the 7 meters, right? And as we learned, it's not really 7 meters. It's 2 sets of 3. Chagas are emotional reactions to situations, and he is how you get it done, right? Beklal is netzach and heidar, even Eitzah. Beprati is netzach is fighting. Heid, I told you, it doesn't say inside, is being stubborn, and you say this is kashos. And then, of course, he said that the brains, the mind of the person, a deeper human being has deeper and stronger emotions. But before, he talked stam about the person. Now the Alter Rebbe is going to repeat the exact same discussion, about mamish the same discussion, but now he's going to talk about nefesh halakis as opposed to stam azeh person. Everything we did till now is only in mashal. Everything we just discussed is only in the intellectual soul. Hatachtena, which is lower, Sheva Adam in the person. Haba mi klipas nege would come from the klipas nege. Nefesh hasichas comes from the klipas nege is interesting. It doesn't say nefesh abahame, it says nefesh hasichas. Zog the Rebbe, however, meslamite on a higher level of truth. Nefesh hayeno lekis, the higher and godly soul, shichei lekelekami mal, which is a part of the Eibishter on high. Zog the Alter Rebbe, in the nefesh lekis as well. Kol hamides, all of these emotions. Pnimiyes v'chitzenius, the inner and outer level of the emotion. In other words, Ava and Chesed, Yira and Gevura, Simcha and Rachamim. Hein la Hashem lavadia for the Eibishter alone. In other words, the godly soul also has emotions, but only for the Eibishter, for godliness. Kimach mas Ava savaya, because he loves the Eibishter. But I've chafed him with great desire, l'davka bei, to be attached to him. Hu chafetz Chesed. He desires kindness to become attached to the Eibishter's midas. In other words, he wants that he should be a kind person, not for him, but as a vehicle, as a means for him to be like the Eibishter. As the Gemara says, and it's brought a number. Al possible that person should connect himself to the Eibishter. And the Gemara says, "Had big midasav, connect yourself to his midas." The lechas bedrachas state. It's definitely a bit like Klertan. There's 2 mitzvahs. One is L'davka Bei, one is Lechas Bedrachav. L'lachta Bedrachav. L'davka Bei, the Rambam Paskins, it means Had B'gich Midich HaChamim. Right? Lechas Bedrachav is he should be like his midas. Don't bring to L'davka Bei, and he explains that he be like his midas. But a person loves the Eibishter, he therefore wants to be kind, not for himself, but to be like the Eibishter. Chaim Midas HaGevurah. Same is true Midas HaGevurah. He lists a whole bunch of examples of how the Midas HaGevurah expresses itself in the divine soul of a Yid. Number 1, to punish a shayim, or to punish him with the Einsha Atayim. This doesn't sound so good, right? I'm saying, you have Gevurah, you want to punish people. I would argue that the pshat is, you have Gevurah, you want to punish people only because this is what the Eibishter wants. Not because it's your teva. Another example is Gevuras lizgaber al yitzay, the strength of over Yetzer Hara, and included in this, the kadesh es atzmei b'mutalei, to make yourself holy, even things that are mutter. That Velah says, get the v'sogel Torah to make a fence and a perimeter to the Torah. Nipnei pachad of the Shem v'yirasa, you're afraid of the Eibishter, and you're in your awe of the Eibishter. Pen yavel dechet chas v'shalom, you shouldn't come to sin, God forbid. So Gevura also means to make a fence, and included in making a fence is lefnim mishur zadin. You're not mechoyev. You want to be extra from, you should serve the Eibishter. What will be teferes at Nefesh Elokis? To beautify God in His Torah, with all kinds of beautification. Okay? And to attach to His praise all the aspects of His soul. This means by meditating with his mind and his thought, and gam, with diburi also with his speech. In other words, Alter Rebbe is saying, what is the pshat to make the Eibishter beautiful? First of all, you want to make Yiddishkeit beautiful. Second of all, you want to be connected to the beauty of the Eibishter. How? Through his bananos. Here, he's bringing his bananos as a part of Midas HaTiferes. You're doing his bananos so that the beauty of the Eibishter fills your whole person, your brain and your thought and your speech and so forth and so on. Now goes Netzach, v'chein, Lam had been to stand up with a victory, with a aggressive fighting tendency. Neged kolmane, against any obstacle, me'avodas Hashem, for the service of the Eibishter. Umuladavka bei, anything which wants to stop you from serving Hashem and being attached to Him. So you fight, that's netzach. The neged kol minei, a second example would be you fight against any obstruction and obstacle. Miliyez kveda Hashem, from affecting that the glory of the Eibishter should be maliyas kol ha'aretz, to fill the whole land, and you fight against anything or anybody that wishes to interfere with the opportunity to reveal the Eibishter. Ki milchamas ad Hashem, like the wars of the Eibishter, Asher nilcham, David HaMelech alav Hashem, David HaMelech fought, and he fought them, so the Eibishter should be able to reveal. So what's midas hanetzach? You fight against the Yetzer Hara, and you fight against anybody or anything that in the Elam Hazeh that's interfering with Gili Elikus. That's netzach. Now goes Hoyt. Moreover, to bow down, and to submit and to acknowledge the Eibishter. That you say to yourself, Hashem Achayo, Mahaves Hakel, He gives life and creation to everything. And therefore, since He creates everything every second, the truth is, V'hakal, Batal, B'Metzias Etzli, everything is nothing in its form relative to Himself. V'kula and everything, Kamei, next to Him, Kloch Hashiv is worthless. Uka'ayim V'efes Mamish, it's absolutely nothing. And V'af, She'einonu Masigim, Eicho Hakalai, Eicho, we don't understand how it could be that the world exists and it's really nothing. Still, Hakel, Efes, Mamish, Kamei, everything is absolutely one, nothing compared to Him. So therefore, I bow down to the Eibishter, I submit to the Eibishter, knowing that everything is the Eibishter, even though I myself don't understand it. Nevertheless, Moidim Anachnu, we acknowledge and we submit. Beidah, meet is a true submission. Shekeinu be'emes lamiti, that's the way it is in absolute truth. So Moidim Anachnu means I submit that the world is godliness, even though I don't see it and experience it. Another example of Hoyt, says the Alter Rebbe, or Beglalze Gamke, another example of Hoyt, is Lahedus of Hashem, to thank the Eibishter, I'll call Atevas Hashem Gamalana for all the goodness which He has given us. Not to be ungrateful and kafui teva. So the Eibishter does good things for us, we should thank. Included in this also is lahoides, to praise and to thank the Eibishter, kol shvacha, all of His praise, umidesav and His midas, upolaisav and His functions, ba'atzilus and atzilus, including ubriyas elyenim v'tachtenim, the creation of the higher worlds and the lower worlds, shehi mishubacham, that they're valuable and praised adein tachlis, beyond any measure, purpose beyond any, he said also adein chek. V'noim, and it's beautiful. Uru'oyim, and it's appropriate. A love yizbarach v'yishal, to the Eibishter, that he should have these giluyim of the Elam Hasein Sof. The Alter Rebbe hu lashon heit v'hada. That's the idea of being submitting and beautifying. So how many points do we have for Hoyt? First of all, you're submitting to the Eibishter because everything is godliness. Second of all, you're thanking the Eibishter for all the good He does for us. And third of all, you're thanking the Eibishter for Atzilus. Why? It's appropriate for the Eibishter to have an Atzilus. It's past for an Eibishter that there should be around Him a Pe'eh, there should be around Him an entourage, be around Him a Kisak Kovid. And you're thanking the Eibishter for the Yeluim and the Ruchnius Dika words. Now goes Yossi. V'chein, page 246, 8 lines to the bottom of the page. V'chein b'midas tzadik. Same as b'midas tzadik. I want you to know a klal, okay? Tzadik is Yossi. Tzedek, without a yud. Or tzedakah is malchus. It's a klal, all over Chassidus, okay? So midah is Yossi with a yud. And without a yud, and tzedakah also without a yud is malchus. Yetzav tzadik is Yossi. The midah tzadik is there, the midah tzadik, which is the Yossi, which is the foundation of the creation. What does it mean in the avoid of nefesh al-kis? His kashrus, the yes nafshei keshura, the person's soul should be attached. Ba'avaya in the Eibishter chaya chaim, the source of all living things. Uladavka bein, to be cleaving to Him. B'deveka, with a cleaving, b'chashika, and a longing, b'cheshek, and a desire, b'tainug nifla, and great pleasure. Okay, so midas hayesayid is to want to be attached to the Eibishter. You see, but the chap of yesayid is I want to be attached to the Eibishter not because it feels good, not because it gives me pleasure. I want to be attached to the Eibishter simply because He's the Eibishter. Otherwise, it would be ahava. I want to be attached to the Eibishter because it's the Eibishter. This is yesayid. And now he says Malchus. Now remember, in the Mashal, he did not explain Malchus on the previous page. But in the Nimshal, he does. V'chein, u'b'midas Malchus. What is the midah Malchus in Nimshal? A kiss. L'kabel alav, to accept upon himself oil Malchus, the yoke of his kingship. V'avedasei, and to serve him. K'avedas kol eved la'adein, like the worship of any slave to his master, any servant to his master. V'aim of a yira, with fear, with awe, with fear and with awe. Stop. At Khan, this is the shiur of Chof Elul.